Well, good evening, everyone who's tuned in to live broadcast from the Duncan Showroom. Tonight we have a very special night for me as a new Rotarian. I got a lot of the Rotarians to come out tonight from two different groups to come out and check out what it is we do so they have a general idea what they brought on. I want to get Bob up here just for a minute just to invite you and thank you for coming. And then I'll be back on the way. Where is that Bob guy? There he is. He doesn't have to wear a suit jacket. I told him that's okay.
Well, first of all, I want to welcome you all here tonight. We have two clubs here, and I'm delighted to welcome you all. And in particular, I want to thank Longevity John for organizing this evening. This is a special treat for all of us. And I also have to thank that Jeff Downey, who provided some of the refreshments this evening, and Shiny Jeffs, Jazzy Jeffs. And I'm not sure where the food came from, but it certainly looked delicious. Eugene, thank you very much for the appies. Rotary plays a big part in this community, for which I think all of us here are very proud. In the last 2 days, I've had the opportunity to go out and make 2 Student of the Month presentations, meeting just the greatest students in the world. So that is a real treat for me as a president, and I hope to be able to continue doing that for some time. With that, I just want to turn this back to Mike over to John, let him carry on with the program, and I think we're going to welcome the young Malakai.
Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. He's the one I hear speaking all the time at the meetings at lunch hour. So I figured I had to get him up again, right? And for those who don't know, I've been wearing glasses since January, which is really cool, but they're progressive. So if at any time you think I'm agreeing with you, I'm actually just trying to focus. Okay? I've had to tell a bunch of people because I'm not one who agrees all the time. What are some of the things we're doing here? We're also, when we're not doing this, come June, the end of June, we go outside and we do the 39 days of July. And the reason we do that is because this space doesn't have air conditioning. So in July, it's really difficult to get people into a venue that doesn't have air conditioning to hear people they've never heard before and to pay money for it. So we decided to take it out to the park. And that was, 15 years ago. And I was a young lad then, 60 years old. And now that I'm 75, it's a little bit more of a chore. But we're still going to do it again this year, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. Thank you. Some of the things that what we're going to do tonight, I'm going to get Malakai up to play shortly. He's going to do about a half-hour set, and then we're going to take about a 15-minute break. You can use the washroom where you know where it is. Maybe grab a few more stacks. We got to get those Jazzy Jeffs, that container empty, so you can help out with that. And if you haven't had one yet, you should. And this is Dr. Ted Cadillac, by the way, the guy with the other headband. He's the one that's in that's an oil on canvas painting, by the way, that painting of us. Dr. David Goatley, I don't know if you're aware of him. He lives in the Cowichan Valley, came over from England, and almost every legislature building in Canada has his work hanging for the people who were in office at the time or commemorative that they were. And he came up to us and said, I like what you guys are doing. Do you mind if I do a painting of you guys? We had no idea who he was. So we just said, sure. And 3 weeks later, he came back with that. And as much as I like it, and Ted too, we feel obligated to look like that every day. And that's the hard part, right? But anyway, Malakai is a young boy. What I'm going to try to do tonight is how much music is part of a community, right? And what we've been able to do. Malakai came to us just over 7 years old. He came to do an open mic, a children's open mic. He did one show, and then the next month his father had passed away, so he took a month off, but then he came back. He wanted to get back into music. So there used to be a big soft chair over here in the corner, and he would sit there and watch all the shows and just absorb what everyone on stage was doing. And this is the kind of kid who, his grandmother plays a harp, and he tunes it by ear. Okay? Anyone knows that that's pretty impressive that you can do that, right? He's been writing a lot of his own material. He does some great covers. He's playing at the 39 Days of July every year that I can. We usually celebrate his birthday on March 21st by giving him a performance, but he couldn't make it this year because he's going to Europe with his school, and that's a generous thing for it to happen. And so David Gogo is going to replace him. Pretty good if you're like, oh, David Gogo filled in for me. Anyone know who David Gogo is? Yeah, right. How does that happen? He's very lucky. Anyway, I like what he does, and I'm sure you will too. And most of the time, is he wearing a headband tonight? Good, good. We put a headband on him right away as he was growing up, saying, you are part of what we're doing here. His name's Malakai. Keep an eye out for him as his future grows. And let's give him a warm welcome to the stage, please.
Hey y'all, how are you doing? This first song does not sound like that. It's one of my most recent songs I've written, and it's called Beautiful, and I hope you like it. Trying to write a song for you to show you how I work. Oh, I'm trying hard to put it into words right now. It's up for discussion. How you love is, it's unexplained so far, but I'll try to say it for better words. I don't know what I'm worth, but you make me feel like I'm something when I'm nothing. I sit with you, inspired the lyrics flow. I hear 'em coming. Keep my breath straight and consistent. Don't gotta cough up what's unwanted. You're my Robitussin. Oh, you keep me on track. Your love, it holds me down, but it don't hold me back. Line after line, you keep holding on with just enough space to read in between the messages I leave. And they say you're what I've been looking for. You know you're beautiful, your face is stunning, gorgeous. All down your spine, every side of you just as important. Your back, front, inside and out. Whatever your price is, I know it's worth the amount. Your edge is sharp enough to cut me, but I'll play it safe. I trust you want me, and I don't want you any other way. You know all my secrets, all my thoughts, all my feelings. Nothing's lost as long as you got it. I know that you do, 'cause you keep me on track. Your love, it holds me down, but it don't hold me back. Line after line, you keep holding on with just enough space to read in between the messages I leave. And they say you're what I've been looking for. Oh. I gotta leave you. I know it's nobody's fault, but I still feel bad finding another one to succeed you. But everything's got limitations. You got your paper running out, and I gotta move on. My notebook keeps me on track. It gives me a space to say what I can. It wouldn't judge if it could. If it do, it won't say it. It just listens. Lets me use all of its pages. My notebook lets me breathe. I could write a song if I feel the need. That's why I'm saying goodbye in a way that I can. He deserves a farewell, even if it won't say it back. But it's just what I'm looking for. Thank you. This is my first show of the year. Always fun. Happy it can be for you guys tonight. first song, I made a version of it myself that I self-produced, self-mixed, self-mastered, and it's out on streaming services right now, if you want to hear that. And this next one is another song that I wrote, and I recorded this one here at the showroom. This one's called Ashes in the Sand, and it's about my dad, and I hope you like it. My shield, guarding me from life, from the sadness and the madness, my worries and my strife. Your hands will pull me back up to any hole that I fell in. You'd sort out all my problems, turn my frown into a grin. When I travel around the world, I'll always have you on my mind. Every mile marker, at every stop sign. From Tokyo to Cairo, Vancouver to Milan. I'll be thinking of which beach I'll spread your ashes in the sand. Me places in any kind of weather, and when my life fell apart, you put the pieces back together. Your arms would hug me sweetly after I was reassembled, but you didn't buy a body, oh, it was just a rental. When I travel around the world, I'm thinking about you every day. Every gas station, for every bathroom break. From India to Germany, from Mali to Peru, I'll always have you on my mind, I'll always think of you. Will speak to me when I play your guitar. You won't be here on earth for now, you'll rest upon the stars. Love's helped to guide me through many, many years. You made me strong and all alone, you helped me conquer fear. The book of life never stops, you gotta turn the page. whenever I'm performing, I'll think of you up on the stage. You come to New Brunswick when I'm playing all my songs. Well, keep your love inside me and my heart where it belongs. Thank you. It's definitely been a minute since my last show, but last summer was definitely very busy for me. I had, I think, almost 30 shows last summer, somewhere around there. One of the standouts for me was playing at the Islands Folk Festival. I got to do a set at the chapel, and it was almost a full house. It was a really fun experience. And one of the songs that I really loved playing there was this cover of a Tom Waits song. And I'll play it for you right now. It's a song called Pony. Oh boy, I've been all over and everywhere in the whole wide world. I rode the high line with old blind Darby, danced real slow without a jam. I was full of wonder when I left Murfreesboro. Now I'm full of hollow on that Maxwell Street. I hope my pony, I hope my pony, I hope my pony knows the way back home. I walked from Natchez to Hush Bikina, build a fire by the side of the road. I worked for nothing in a Belzoni sawmill, caught a blind out on the Bieto. Tallulah's friendly, Belzoni ain't so. 40 my pony. I hold my pony. I hold my pony. Knows the way back home. I ran my way with burnt-faced Jay. I gave him a man's I need a cross. I lived on nothing but dreams and train smoke. Somehow my watch and chain got lost. I wish I was home in Evelyn's kitchen with old Jim curled around my feet. I hold my pony. I hold my pony. I hold my pony. Knows the way back home. I hold my pony. Knows the way back home. Thank you. Yeah, if you wanna, if you liked the first two songs I played, I've got recordings of those on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever you listen to music on. I've got my EP, Malakai Live at the Duncan Showroom, on there, which has 5 songs that were all recorded here on this stage. And Tim, the wonderful sound guy back there, who's responsible for making me sound good to all of you. He mixed it all and did all his wonders to it. But yeah, if you want to support me, you can go look that up on wherever you listen to music on. I don't have any CDs of it, but I'm hoping at some point I'll have some CDs for y'all. But if you do want to support me in another way, I got merch. I got shirts. But I've got T-shirts for sale. They're all $25. I've got purple, blue, and white. I love the purple. If you want to come buy them, I'm gonna use all the money that I make from it to pay for producing music. I'm trying to produce a lot of music myself. I'm mixing and mastering myself. That's what I did for my single that I released last year in December. So if you want to come help support me on my journey, come talk to me after the show, and I can get you an amazing shirt. They are very comfortable, by the way, just so you know. No, but it'd mean the world to me. And thank you all for even coming to listen to me. It's such an honor to play for all of you tonight. I still have 2 more songs for y'all, so don't worry. But this song is always fun to play. I just kind of have fun and do whatever I do. I don't really practice it. I just know the lyrics, so I just make it up as I go because it's a song everyone knows. And I hope you like my cover of it. And I'm sure you'll know it when I sing it, but in case you don't, this song is called Moon River. Crossing you and stop someday. You dream maker, you heart breaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. I'm such a lighter world to see. We're after the same rainbows and waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend, moon, river and me. Thank you. All right, this last one, I'm gonna have a little fun with it. I'm super excited for David Vest. Try to warm up the stage for him a little bit. Can't necessarily do what he does, but I'll try my best. This one's just a little D'Angelo song that I like called Spanish Joint, and I hope y'all like it. It's not exactly the same as D'Angelo does it. He has a whole band, but I'm trying my best out here, y'all. I've never done this on stage before, so this will be fun. And I hope y'all like it. And thank you so much for listening. It's been such a pleasure. And thank you to John for always getting me up here on the stage. And thank you to Tim for always making it sound great. I have been Malakai. And I hope y'all enjoy the rest of the night. Thank you so much, everybody. My name is Malakai, and yeah, you'll have a great rest of your night.
In a week and a half, Malakai turns 17. Okay? Oh, I wish I could do all that stuff. We're going to take about a 15, 20-minute break while we get ready for David Vest to come up, and that means there's a whole bunch of food over here that has to be eaten. I didn't get it made for not being, just to sit there and having me eat it all. So please, take full advantage of it. Can I show you one thing just a minute? Do you mind? Come on, be an audience. I told you I did leather work, eh? Designer Dead Cow. This is another one of my items. It's a vase for dried flowers. You take out the dried flowers, and it's designed in such a way that you can take a beer bottle, the long neck kind, and you can put it in there, and it wedges itself in such a way that you can still get your lips on the end of that bottle. Now, those long neck ones, I was a stubby guy because I've been 40 years. You bought that bottle, and there's a big part of the top that's got nothing in it. Right? So what I suggest is you take the liquor of your choice, and you pour it in on top of the beer of your choice. And you don't agitate it or nothing. You want to let it sit for 5 minutes just so it meanders through. We're not trying to make it all the same. We're just trying to get the flavors. Like a Jazzy Jeff. It just punches you right in the face. It's beautiful, right? Anyway, you let it sit for 5 minutes, no longer, no less. And then, when you do that, you take your first sip. You get to look like the pig you're about to become. The rugby team wants to buy this. And you can well wonder why. Anyway, get up, get some food, enjoy yourself as you look around at all the interesting things that are here. If you want a story on any one of them, probably I've got one. But also, that food's got to go, and that Jazzy Jeff, if you haven't had one yet, try it. Right now, music that was recorded here live at the showroom from previous shows that you could have been at if you took the choice or the chance to come, because we have our finger snapping, toe tapping, money back guarantee. If you do not like the music in the first 20 minutes, we'll gladly refund you your money. But should I or my spotters take note that you were seen snapping your fingers, tapping your toes, or making any of those absurd airband facial contortions, guarantee's null and void. Anyway, here's some live music put on by the way, Tim is also known as Dr. Ted. It's just one of those things, okay?
The push and the pull, the rush and the release. It's the feeling of falling, yeah, when it's flowing just like water. It's the force of the waves, or smooth as sea glass. It's that swirling sense as you're reaching brand new depths. It's the sweat on the shoulder, caresses on the neck. We move mountains over oceans, beyond the breakers of regrets. Heaven is down below. The arc of the anchor, your hand on the small of my back, down to the bottom, down to the bottom, down to the bottom. We speak in underwater language when we touch. We speak in underwater language when we touch. Your skin makes it holy, there's no need to rush. Gonna break down all the levees that's been holding back your love. It's just the two of us, an extension of our love. It's the O to the H, it's the chemistry we make. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sway, 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 sway. Everything in me moves to be closer to you. Swear my senses are overwhelmed. I feel a feeling rushing through. I feel it rushing through. Just to be closer to you. You. Said swear. Oh, everything in me moves just to be closer to you. You, swear my senses are overwhelmed. Everything in me moves to be closer to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Told you once or twice, baby, it's alright. I'm a bit less of a mess than before. On the front floor, take it all in stride. Keep it close, keep it tight at night. On to you. And if your night goes up in flames, oh yeah. Would you still kiss me the same, even when you're looking away? Oh, everybody knows. Oh, oh, yeah, everybody knows. Oh, oh. Snowed in avalanche, still try to keep your cool, even when all eyes are on you. The end is coming fast, pretend it's come to pass. Now I'm looking at you. And if your night goes up in flames, oh yeah. Would you still kiss me the same, even when you're looking away? Oh, everybody knows. Oh, oh, yeah, everybody knows. Oh, oh. And if your night goes up in flames, oh yeah. Would you still kiss me the same, even when you're looking away? Oh, everybody knows. Oh, oh, yeah, everybody She's a pretty bird, and she warbles, she flies, and she never sung to the birthday of July. Jack of diamonds, I've known you for long. You have put pockets of silver and of gold. Gonna build a log cabin on the mountain so I can hear my baby she rolling by. Oh, Kiki, she's a pretty bird, she warbles and she flies. She never has sung a song to the birthday of July.
Going up to Turner Station, if I have to hobo there. Going up to Turner Station, if I have to hobo there. Start a new life, brother. Believe I conk my hair. Everything done changed. My walk, talk, state of mind.
It gets everyone's attention. That's the bell to come in. You all know what these are, don't you? These are little pieces of plastic you can buy at the Red Balloon, because I turned them on to them about 30 years ago that they should have them in their store. And what it is, when you breathe in and out of your nose with your mouth open, it creates a whole nother way to make music. Let's see if I can get my breath here. You ready for this? It's the instrument that no one ever wants to borrow. Just keep that in mind, you know. And listen to this. I tried to do this because I really like classical music, right? I grew up with the Tchaikovsky suite. Let's see what I can do with it. People still say it's not music. Like what? Okay. I can play the Yellow Nose of Texas. No one knows you when you're down and out. God only knows. Here's this one. I like this one. You remember that country tune? Life is a nose, you better not pick it. Oh, Jesus, John, get off the stage. Now, the person I'm about to invite up to the stage, David Vest, has been around the scene for over 50 years. He's toured all throughout the States with some of the greats. He decided that Canada was the place where he wanted to live, and I'm sure glad he did. As his style of boogie, sort of bluesy boogie style of piano, he's been able to win Best Piano Awards from the Maple Blues Awards for 4 or 5 years. He recorded an album here with Terry Robb last year that's nominated for an award this year. Everything he does is just precious. And most of all, he's a great storyteller. We'll find out what his history's all about, and I sure hope you enjoy him, please. His name is David Vest. And the reason he's coming up this way is because we have a railing here, which is known as the David Vest railing, because that's the only way he could get up on stage, so we had to build a railing for him. Isn't that cool, to have a railing named after you? My goodness. David, are you around? Here he comes. Let's give him that warm welcome, please. David Vest.
Well, him saying all that about me, damn, I'm glad I'm not me. I'd hate to have to live up to that.
Welcome to Duncan.
I'm just saying it to try to get back on his good side, because he's on my list right now, my bad list. He left out the most important part. He neglected to tell you that I am Canada's oldest living promising young pianist. And as you would have guessed yourself, just like from my accent, it's obvious that I'm not from around here. I'm from down south in Victoria. This is how most of us talk there now, after a few beers. I wasn't born in Canada, but by God, I got here as quick as I heard about it. And it's been awfully good to me. And I'd like to start by playing a song from Alabama, where I was born. The fellow that wrote this song was born there too. His name was Clarence Smith. His mother gave him a nickname because he was always calling up in the tallest tree when she wanted to call him in for supper. and those were pine trees, tall pines down in South Alabama. So she called him Pine Top. And he moved up to Chicago, and he wrote and recorded this song. It was the first record ever made with the Boogie Woogie in the title. It started an international craze. And, you know, within weeks and months, everybody was learning to play Boogie Woogie, and Boogie Woogie records were selling like hotcakes. So this is just called Pine Top's Boogie Woogie. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, this was December the 28th, 1928 is when he recorded that song. And the record company had it out in early January, and it was already a million seller by the end of January. And they wanted him, you better come in and record something else. We've got to follow this up while it's hot. But unfortunately, Pine Top was playing a dance in the Chicago area, and during that dance, some bozo pulled out a pistol and fired it, and the bullet ricocheted and killed Pine Top Smith. So we'll never know what else this genius piano player might have given us. How much music was lost the night he was killed, victim of gun violence. But, you know, I tell myself that if you came into the world and you only got a chance to do one thing, that'd be a pretty good thing. You know, to have some music that inspired the whole world, and every piano player in the world wants to learn to play that song still, you know. He had a colleague from up in North Alabama that went up to Chicago too, and his name was Charles Davenport. And he wrote one he called it the Cow Blues. He wasn't quick enough to call it a boogie, but it is a boogie woogie. And it referred to the cattle catcher on the front of a locomotive. Because boogie woogie has a lot to do with the most powerful, noisiest thing on earth at that time was the locomotive engine, just chugging along, and it would come through these piney woods and turpentine camps, past the cattle farms, down in the southeastern United States, and out southwest too, and piano players would try to write music that would capture the dynamic feel of that train sound. So this is what he did with the one he called the Cow Blues. you know you're a professional piano player when you go to put your foot down and you completely miss the damn pedal. 'Cause I hit some part of it, but close doesn't count in this business. I was really enjoying the opening set by that young fella. I know you did too. It sure sounded great from back there where I was. And I think a lot of people have appeared at this showroom who went on to appear at lots of other places around Canada and around the world. Longevity John is the kind of fellow that if he calls you and asks you to come play, you don't say, well, let me check my calendar and see if I've got anything else on that date. You say, when do you want me? And I think musicians feel that way about him all over Canada because they know what he's meant to music. He mentioned the CD that Terry Robb and I recorded right on the stage. It came out last October and is nominated for Record of the Year in Canada in the acoustic album category. Thank you. But that's a recording that's being played all over the world. It comes from right here. You know, the whole world. And if there's some awfully good other nominees in this category, so I don't know if we'll win. But if we do, everybody in Toronto, when these awards take place, is going to find out where that thing was recorded. One of the reasons we wanted to do it here was to help spread the word. Now, I'll play you a piece, a solo version of a piece from that album now. It's called Electra Jane, and it doesn't have any words, but it has quite a story behind it, which you would never realize just by listening to the song. I wonder if I should play the song first and see if you can guess what it's about. Oh, I'll do that. Anybody want to guess what the song is actually about? What inspired it? I had met this artist woman in Houston, Texas, and known her for about 10 minutes when we decided it would be a good idea to move in together. So I gave up a wonderful, wonderful apartment I had right down on the finest boulevard in Houston to move in with her. And it turned out her place had a one big room, 5 cats and a blue tick hound, and her. And this was somewhat disconcerting. Her nickname for herself was Electra Jane. And that's where the title of the song comes from. And the first night I stayed there, I was sleeping and I woke up something woke me up, and she was standing above me holding a large butcher knife, looking down with a mad grin on her face. And I thought, we should have gone to counseling. This relationship might take too much work. So I talked my way out of the apartment alive. She called me several days later and said, the thing we need to do that would fix all this is get married. And I thought, well, good luck with that. So I thought, well, if I put that into words and told it in a song, nobody'd believe it anyway. And I wouldn't know how to say it. Anyway, that's what was going through my mind as I wrote that. I'm going to talk a little bit now about the first song I ever wrote. I started playing professionally. I played my first gig in 1957, which was at least 20 years ago. I played before then, but that's the first time they gave me any money. So I thought that we're going to start to count right here. And I went on the road with a rock and roll band. We had a couple of minor hit records out and touring down in Florida. And I moved back up to Birmingham. And does anybody remember what I was talking about? Oh, yeah. I got a job on this little TV show in Birmingham. The problem with it is that it came on every morning at 6 a.m. And I worked in a nightclub till 2 a.m., which meant I slept from 3 till about 5. Maybe got a little nap 1 or 2 afternoons a week. We had a singer on this program, a woman with a wonderful voice, and she asked me, she was a very, very attractive lady and a wonderful person, and she said she wanted to make a demo record and try to get a record deal in Nashville, and did I know how to go about that? And I said, oh yeah, I know all about that. I'm the expert on that. Let me mansplain it to you. And I did have a friend that had a recording studio, and I knew he would let me use it. So I booked the date for a Saturday morning. He was going to be gone all weekend. Said we could be there all day Saturday. He left us a reel of tape set up in the machine. He said, just hit the record button. That's all you got to do. Had the mics set up for us. But she called me about 2 days before and said, I found out that you're supposed to have original songs on a demo. You're not supposed to record cover songs. They want original songs. I don't have any. Where can I get some original songs? I said, well, I'll write them for you, no problem. Never written a song in my life. But I showed up with 4 or 5 of them written, and she showed up with one about half written, which we did that one too. And the first one she recorded was the first song she ever recorded, though she later went on to record a great many and very popular. Her name was Tammy Wynette. That wasn't her name yet, because she got to Nashville and said, Wynette, Tammy, Wynette Bird was her name. Wynette, what kind of name is that? You can't have that. And there's this movie out about Tammy and the preacher or something, so they named her Tammy, and they let her keep Wynette as her last name. And the first song that she did that I wrote was this one. When the sky turns to silver just before dawn, and the light from a star chills my soul, sing me a song to make me forget the love that I lost so long ago. like a cold mountain wind, a song of a love left behind. Play a melody to ease my worried mind. Sing me a lonesome song. When the breeze in the darkness reminds me of her touch, I'm down that highway, a long way from home. Sing me a song that can help me forget why I'm sitting here so all alone. Sing me a song like a cold mountain wind, the song of a love left behind. Play a melody to ease my worried mind. Sing me a lonesome song. Now, the BBC came to my house with cameras and everything to interview me one day for the special they were going to do on Tammy Wynette. And I played that for them, and they said, will you let us use that on the show? We'll give you such and such money for it. And I said, well, I don't want any money. She was my friend, not somebody I would try to make money off of, but I do want something from England. I want some Twinings Russian Caravan tea because it's my favorite tea, and y'all have quit selling it in the United States. And the BBC representative said, how much do you want? We'll send you all you want. I said, a great big old case of it. Never got any tea. I looked on YouTube the other day. They were playing that special, and that song was playing again. So the following year, I got asked to be on a BBC radio program. So I had to go to a radio studio in the middle of the night, so it would be, their daytime. And he promised to send me some tea. I still don't have that tea. If the BBC comes to your house, lock the door. Now, I was over at a friend's house one day in Huntsville, Alabama, where I grew up. When I was born there was, I think, 12,000 people living there in the greater metropolitan area. And by the time I finished high school, it was over 100,000. Now it's way over, I think, up close to 500,000 now. And the city limits have spread all the way down to the Tennessee River and maybe even beyond. But I had this friend that played the guitar. He could play a little bass too, but he didn't want to play bass. He wanted to play lead guitar. And his mother worked as a nurse. And she had a colleague, another woman who worked as a nurse at the hospital, who was seeing this guy, and she didn't want to see him without a chaperone. So my friend's mom said, well, just invite him to dinner. We'll all be here. And she told her son, you can invite one of your little friends. I was about 14 or 15 at the time. So I go over there for dinner, and Mrs. Hanby and her son are there, and me, and then this nice car pulls up and parks in the front yard right across the grass, like they own the place, and the couple gets out, and the woman was the nurse that she worked with, and the man was named Presley. It was Elvis's dad, Vernon Presley. He came in and we had dinner, and he was a nice enough fellow, and I liked the lady too. Her name was Dee. Elvis's mom had died some years back, and Vernon was getting a little lonesome and wanted to have another relationship, try it again. And he was sneaking around because Elvis wasn't down with that. you know, the memory of his mother was sacred to him, and how dare you see anybody else ever in your life, that kind of thing, you know. So we had dinner, and then we did what we often did down south after dinner. We repaired to the parlor. We went into the parlor where there was an old upright grand piano and some guitars on the wall and nice chairs, and we sat down, and Vernon Presley asked if he could see one of the guitars, and he was tuned it up and playing a little bit, and he said, I wish I had somebody could play this with me. Anybody play the piano? I said, I might be able to. So he said, do you know Lordy Miss Claudie? Elvis had learned Lordy Miss Claudie because he was hypnotized by the piano intro that Fats Domino did on the original record. Original record was by Lloyd Price, but Fats Domino was the session man, piano player on it, and it went like this. Well, Lord, Lord, Lordy Miss Claudie, Lord, you sure look good to me. Well, please don't excite me, baby. I know it can't be me. I done give you all my money, honey, but you just don't treat me right. You're gone in the morning and you stick on late at night. I'm gonna tell my mama, Lord, what you've been doing to me. I'm gonna tell everybody I'm bound in misery. Well, bye, 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 baby. Down the road I go. Goodbye, little mama. I won't be back no more. So we played the song together, and he liked it, and he had a nice singing voice. His voice was in a lot better shape than mine is tonight. My wife was here, said, drink some water. I heard John playing music up here, and I want him to know that the kazoo was invented by a man named Alabama Vest. Look it up on the internet. You know, they can't put it on the internet if it's not true, right? Boy, if New Orleans, early 20th century New Orleans or late 19th century New Orleans had the internet, they'd have really made a lot of money there with all those voodoo remedies they were selling, like Boss Fix salve. You got a boss you can't get along with, buy some of my Boss Fix salve and rub it on him, you know. My Controlling the Art of Love, Love Drops. Try that on her, put it in her tea. Dr. John, the late and wonderful Dr. John sang about that on his first album. I think that it's time, you know, John referred to me as a blues artist. He said I've known for the blues. I really don't label myself because if anybody's into the creative arts of any kind, you know, you just don't like being put in a box. They're always resegregating the world. They used to have you go to a record store, they'd have a thing called gospel music. Now you go and they got a thing called contemporary Christian music and classical church music and African American gospel music. And, you know, it's like, I always admired Duke Ellington, who, whenever he was asked what kind of music he played, he said, it's beyond category. It's beyond category. Forget the categories. I'm mostly known as a blues artist because I've made the records. That's the way my record company, I guess, pitches me. And then I get played mainly on the blues radio stations. And I'm not complaining because I like that. But really, you know, I could play, one night I was playing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and somebody in the audience hollered out, "That's not a blues song." And I said, "By God, if I play it, it is." Anyway, blues, you know, I'm sure that, because he's such an effective speaker, Longevity John, that when he said the word blues, you immediately began to feel depressed. This guy's going to come on the stage and bring downer music, and it's going to be awful. And I'm going to live up to that by playing you a really sad song. I don't know if any of y'all have tried traveling lately. My stepson was in town this weekend. It took him 3 days to get from Victoria to Winnipeg on a one-stop flight. It took 2 days for the original flight to get out of Victoria, and then they had to put him up in the hotel overnight in Vancouver before he could get the other one. And he got in after midnight on the following day. You know, musicians are not the only one that have travel problems. You know, dental equipment salesmen and circuit riding preachers and all that have it. But when you're on tour and you go to the airport and the first flight, which is so important to make all your connections, leaves 2 hours late, everything's all messed up, and you get to, you know, you miss the connecting flight. They finally get you on another one. They put you on that plane. It goes off that way, and your luggage is on another plane going off that way. And you finally reach your destination, and you get to the hotel, and they've never heard of your reservation. No, we don't have any reservation for you. You finally talk them into giving you a room. Are you depressed yet? Is this having an effect? You get in the room, and you get up to that room, and probably the little plastic thing doesn't work, and you got to go back and get another one. And you come back up there, and you get in the room, and at that time, if you had your luggage, you'd just drop it in the floor and collapse on the bed. But you don't even have your luggage, so all you do is drop yourself on the bed. And about the time your head hits the pillow, because you're really exhausted, about the time your head hits the pillow, they get started in the room next door. There's a party in the room next door, I can hear it through the wall. What's the use of me laying down, they're having a ball. I can hear them out there running up and down the hall. Knock, 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 there's a party in the room next door. Knock, 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 they said you got some room for more. Rock, 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 taking over the whole damn floor. Well, I'm under the cover with the pillows up over my head. But they're jumping up and down next door just shaking my bed. I might as well join the party, my face is turning red. Knock, 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 won't you let me in? Knock, 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 won't somebody let me in? Who's that woman disguised as a bottle of gin? Papa's in the elevator looking for the ice machine. Mama's on the roof, she's a genuine hot rod queen. If anybody needs me, I'll be helping somebody scream. Well, I've gone next door and joined the party, and you know what happened then, right? First thing that happened is my morals went into decay. And my standards began to decline. This is what I mean. Pretty little mama, she's laying across my knee right there. Sweet little mama laying across my knee. She said, I'm too young for you, but you ain't too old for me. Lord, knock, 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 there's a party in the room next door. Knock, 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 what are we waiting for? Everybody rocking at the party in the room next door. Yeah, the party in the room next door. Party in the room next door. Party in the room next door. What are we waiting for? Come on, baby, there's a party in the room next door. Now, if that song triggered anybody, John promised me we'd have emotional counselors standing by at the end of this set. I guess George is probably that. Sorry, honey. How come every time I come up here, I'm older and she's younger? That's what I want to know. Anyway, I'm going to tell a true story now, an Alabama story in a song. There's a song that deals with this particular problem we have in some of the states down south where, the old houses are on this pier and beam construction. Basically, you just pile up some flat rocks and set a house on top of them. So you don't really have the foundation problems like they did with the ranch-style houses in Texas where they pour the concrete slab and then it cracks and you got to lift the house up and redo it. Anyway, I'm in the house one day and my mother says, David, I hear something down under the house. Go down there and see what it is. And I'm thinking, something up under the house, that could be anything. It could be a wildcat. It could be a nest of rattlesnakes. It could be a big old bear. For all I know, it could be a damn Republican. We were Democrats. I don't, and I was in the exact position that the great Louis Armstrong found himself in once when he was 7 years old. He told this story. In fact, you can hear it. It's on a recording that he did in the 50s. Louis Armstrong plays W.C. Handy. W.C. Handy is in the studio watching Louis record the St. Louis Blues to be sure he gets it right, And Louis has insisted that he be there because I don't want to hear later you didn't like the way I did it, But they got something wrong with the microphone, so they tell Louis Armstrong just to start talking in the mic. What do you want me to say? Well, man, just start talking. So he starts telling the story. He's 7 years old, and his mother, I don't know if his actual mother or the woman he was calling mama that he was living with at the time, said, Louis, I want you to take this empty bucket, take it out the back door and go down to the bayou and fill it full of water and bring it back up here. He said, okay. So he gets a bucket and, he doesn't even think about when it's full of water, it's going to be bigger than he is and how's he going to lift it because he's a little kid. But he goes down to the bayou and he comes back up and without any water. And the woman says, well, Louis, you're supposed to fill that bucket with water. Where's the water? And he said, I couldn't get any water, Mama. Why couldn't you get any water? Mama, there's a big old alligator in that water. Well, the adult in the room saw this as a teaching moment. Said, son, you must realize that alligator is just as scared of you as you are of it. And 7-year-old Louis Armstrong replied, according to him, "Mama, if that alligator's as scared of me as I am of it, that water's not fit to drink." Got a king snake baby that's living up under my house. King snake baby living up under my house. He just lays in the shade dreaming of a little mouse. Here come my baby down by the cotton store. Here come my baby walking down by the cotton store. She's wearing the kind of dress you don't see no more. Oh, when dun, 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 dun. Look yonder coming down that lonesome road. Well, who's that coming down that lonesome road? Might be your brother, your best friend, you'll never know. Yeah, living up under my house. Just living up under my house. Just dreaming of a little mouse. Everybody tells me music is a young man's game. That's right. Everybody tell me music is a young man's game. I said, that's all right, baby, I ain't playing a game. It's hard to believe the condition this world is in. Ain't it hard to believe the condition this world is in? Jimmy Reed said that, so I don't have to say it again. Got a king snake baby that's living up under my house. King snake baby that's living up under my house. He just lays in the shade dreaming that he found a mouse. Lays in the shade. I got a couple of more for you. I'm going to do one now that I did on the main stage at the Winthrop Blues Festival about 10 years ago, about the time I wrote this song. In fact, I had just written it, and I just recorded it, and I'd never played it anywhere. And we got over to Winthrop, and that was the year that they had the worst fires that they'd ever had in central Washington. People were being burned out of their homes and fleeing right ahead of the flames and barely getting out alive. And a lot of them had come to this campground where there was this blues festival, because the blues festival had a generator. All the power was out in central Washington. They had asked the authorities, "Do you want us to shut down and get out of here?" And they said, "No, you need to be open in case people need to come here." So there were a bunch of people that had just lost everything they owned in the world and had come into this to where this blues festival was taking place, and they'd taken them in and given them shower facilities and, something to eat and a hot cup of coffee and whatever, and a blanket to put around them to keep them from shivering. And these are the people that were sitting in front of the stage when I went on the stage that afternoon. It's the first act of the day. And I could look behind where they were sitting, and about 3 miles away, you could actually see the flames and the smoke. And if you're going to sing the blues to people that had just been through that, you better have something true to say. One of the things I like about the blues is I like to be lifted up, and blues can lift you up without lying to you, without asking you to believe anything you don't want to believe, or to have a lot of faith in something you can't see. And I'm not knocking that either, but blues just tells it like it is in a way that lifts people up. That's what W.C. Handy said, the father of the blues. He said the blues is not downer music, it's music that picks you back up when you've been knocked down. Well, these people have been knocked down, and this song wasn't on my set list. I've got a set list here. It's on this one, but it wasn't on that one. But I thought, I'm going to do it for these people. So many people have lost their home. I hope they know that they're not alone. That happened to me. Oh, yes, that happened to me. I've been down on the bottom, and I know how it feels, you see. Rich man walk by, drop a nickel in your cup. Might be the first one to knock you back down when he sees you trying to get up. That happened to me. Oh, yes, that happened to me. I've been down on the bottom. I know how it feels, you see. When them old hard times come, people, you just gotta try to hold on. One of these days, you're gonna come back strong. That happened to me. Oh, yes, that happened to me. Coming back from the bottom, and I know how it feels, you see. That kind of leads naturally into this next song, my next to the last song. This is a song that I wrote after I was living in Portland, Oregon at the time in the early 2000s, and I was downtown, just walking around on, I don't know what I was doing, some kind of shopping errand, and I walked beside this guy that was sitting on the curb, you know, with his feet down in the gutter, just kind of muttering to himself the way people do sometimes, you know. And if you're like me, you kind of tune them out and just walk on by and, you know, God bless you and all that. But this guy there's something about him that made me stop. He never looked at me and I never made eye contact with him. But he was looking down at his feet and he said these words. Everybody worried about the world. Ain't nobody worried about me. And I just thought, So I walked on by and went about my business, forgot about it. didn't jump in the car and write a song or anything like that. I finished my shopping. And later that day or the next day, I was sitting at my piano and the phrase came back to mind that he said, and I began messing around with it, and pretty soon some words started flowing, and this homeless guy and I wrote a song together. I'd like to be able to tell him what happened, but I know I'll never find him again. I've actually looked, when I've been downtown in Portland, Oregon, maybe, but I didn't see his face, so how would I know if I saw him, I recorded this song. And then I moved to Canada, and I met the members of the Down Child Blues Band, became friends with them all. and they recorded a cover of this song. And if you're in the blues business and you write songs, having one of your songs recorded by the greatest blues band on earth is pretty nice, pretty thrilling just to hear what they could do with it. And they put it out, and it went to #1 in the world on the blues charts. Roots Music Report song charts for the world, #1. And they emailed me and said, we've never been #1 in anything. We've been together 50 years. This is the first time. I said, well, me too. I thought, here's a guy involved in creating the #1 song in the world that doesn't even know it. And I certainly would not have been involved in it had I not stopped to listen to somebody that I ordinarily would not have listened to. I'd have tried not to hear whatever he had to say, you know. It's too disturbing sometimes. But I'm awfully glad I listened. And I think it's a good story for the blues because we got to remember that when this music was being created in Mississippi, New Orleans, Memphis, elsewhere, it was the people on the bottom of society who did the creating. It was the ones who had the least who contributed the most to the creation of blues and jazz and other forms of American pop music. And eventually to all of it, because as the great Willie Dixon said, blues is the roots, everything else is the fruits. You don't have the roots, you don't get no fruit. You know, so rock and roll, all of that stuff comes out of the blues. Anyway, I like to do this with you, and since my voice is such bad shape, I hope you'll help me sing it. It's pretty obvious what you sing. You just sing the one line over and over. And I'm going to start playing and give myself a chance to remember what that one line is. There it is. Everybody worried about the world, nobody worried about me. Everybody worried about the world, nobody worried about me. Well, they're dropping that bread over yonder, way over across the sea. It kind of make me wonder why they can't drop a little bread on me. Everybody worried about the world, nobody worried about me. Everybody worried about the world, nobody worried about me. Dropping bombs on buildings, mailing that poison mail. And right here we got innocent people rotting at the bottom of the jail. Everybody worried about the world, nobody worried about me. Everybody worried about the world, nobody worried about me. Sing it with me now. Everybody worried about the world, nobody worried about me. Can anybody clap? Everybody worried about the world, nobody worried about me. Yes, I like that. Everybody worried about the world, nobody worried about me. You got the sound of one hand clapping, the sound way back in your head. If one man fall, ain't nobody looking, that don't mean he ain't dead. Everybody worried about the world, nobody worried about me. Everybody worried about the world, nobody worried about me. I'm gonna clap with you. Everybody worried about the world, nobody worried about me. Everybody worried about the world, nobody worried about me. I like it. Everybody worried about the world, nobody worried about me. One more time. Everybody worried about the world, nobody worried about me. Thank you very much. You're in the band. The van will be loading up at 5:30 a.m. right behind the building here. it's your turn to drive, and after that, you're in charge of changing the tires. Well, for my last one, I'm gonna play one last boogie woogie number for you that I recorded a few years back after a trip to Bow Island, Alberta. Yeah, Bow Island, Alberta. They have a very nice old theater there, which the Blues Society bought for $1 and fixed up, and they have wonderful shows there. But not much else to do in that town. In fact, when we pulled into town, we saw this the kind of town that has, a little like Duncan, with the railroad track running right down the middle of town. But that one looked like there hadn't been a train through there in 100 years. Grass overgrown and everything, so we didn't even think about it. We went and set up and did the sound check, and then we went back to the hotel and rested a bit and got dressed for the show. And we're going back to the show in the van, and the drummer was driving. It was Jimmy Bott. I borrowed him from the Fabulous Thunderbirds, and he wanted to drive, so he's driving, and I used a little rest, so I'm sitting riding shotgun, and the rest of the band, I got Peter Damon from Portland, and the great Jack Lavin, the founder, one of the founders of Powder Blues, the guy that wrote all their hits. He's playing bass. He's in the back of the car, and we look down the road, and there's this light doing this coming toward us, and pretty soon it became clear that it was a train, and it was moving pretty good. So Jimmy behind the wheel looks and sees that and puts it together in his mind, and he says exactly what you'd want a musician to say right then. I can beat that train. The rest of the band collided trying to take the wheel away from him. We got to think he would not have beaten it. We wouldn't have made it. So we got stopped, and at least I got a song out of it. There's a freight train rolling right through the heart of town. A freight train rolling, baby, right through the heart of town. It's picking up speed, man, it ain't slowing down. And when you hear that whistle blow, you better clear the track. When you hear that whistle, man, you better clear the track. And that big train rolling, it ain't coming back. If I flag your train, mama, would you let me ride? If I flag your train, pretty mama, would you let me ride? There's an old juke joint on the corner, we can duck inside. Roll across the water, just rocking from side to side. Roll across the water, just rocking from side to side. Well, you know there's gonna be some shaking going on tonight. freight train rolling. There's a freight train rolling. There's a freight train rolling. A freight train rolling. Freight train rolling, picking up the town. Thank you, lovely people. And thank you, Rotarians, for all the good you do in your community.
Should we ask for one more? I want one more, David, if you would, please.
Okay. Hey, Louis Blues. Hey, Louis Blues. Oh. Play what?
St. Louis Blues.
Oh, the St. Louis Blues. First song I ever played in public. You know, we were very proud to learn that W.C. Handy was from North Alabama. In fact, he was from a part of North Alabama that's been pretty fruitful in the creative sphere through the years. He was from just across the river from Sheffield. In fact, there used to be a bridge there, and Helen Keller lived in Sheffield. She was alive at the time W.C. Handy was a child. He could have walked to her house if he'd known who she was, or if he could have done that in those days. And then, of course, right down the road, there's Muscle Shoals, where all the guys that used to be in my band went and became famous. I knew they'd never amount to anything when they left me. I'm so mad at them. And I was proud of them. They went down there and they got to play on records with Aretha Franklin and Bob Dylan and Jimmy Cliff and Rolling Stones. And I took my wife down to Alabama and we went to Helen Keller's home. It's there. The original house is preserved there. And you go in and you get a little tour. There's a society that runs the place and volunteer ladies, and the lady comes in and she'll show you the rooms of the house, and she'll say, now that's the dining room where Helen threw mashed potatoes at her family when she got mad at them before teacher came. And she has a little story like that about every room. And then she takes you out on the porch that wraps around the house, and you go back a little bit and you see it. That water pump, that actual water pump that the water went into her hand, and she made the connection that's the word she's trying to teach me, where, you know, electricity jumped the gap or something. And it's just amazing to see that this stuff is real. This stuff is real. And these people that created this music were real. W.C. Handy was real. He and his friends ran off because his father didn't want him to play popular music, or classical music, or anything but church music. W.C. Handy, unfortunately, wasn't a piano player. He was a cornet player, so I'm sure he could play a little piano. But when they made a movie about him, Nat King Cole played W.C. Handy, so he became a piano player, because Nat was one of the great ones. Another piano player from Alabama, Nat King Cole from Montgomery. Anyway, W.C. Handy and three of his friends ran away from home, and they were going all the way up as far as you could go up the Mississippi River, stowing away on boats and hitching rides and stuff. And they were going to go to, I forget what the ultimate destination was going to be, but they wound up in some riverside town. They were going to go up and somewhere where they like music like we want to play, and we'll become rich and famous, and that'll show Daddy. Well, they got up there, and nobody wanted to hear their music, and they ran out of money, and they didn't have any place to stay, and they were sleeping on the cobblestone streets down in the rough part of town where the boats come in, where the sailors all hang out. Where there's a lot of knife fights and drunks and people stumbling over your body while you're trying to sleep. And W.C. Handy later said, if you've ever been in that situation, broke and hungry, sleeping on the street, on the cobblestones, a long way from home, you'll know what it means to say, I hate to see that evening sun go down, which is the first line of the St. Louis Blues. And what the rest of the song is about 4 scared teenagers trying not to be so scared. So they start telling stories and bragging about all the women they've known. Probably none of them ever even been on a date, right? Now that St. Louis woman, let me tell you about her. Yeah, like you know anything about it. But they're just trying to keep each other's spirits up. Sun go down. I hate to see that evening sun go down, because the gal I love, she done quit this town. If I'm feeling tomorrow like I feel today, feeling tomorrow, Lord, like I feel today, I will pack my bag, make my getaway. St. Louis woman with a diamond ring, she pull a man around by her apron string. If it wasn't for powder and store-bought hair, that girl I'm talking about would not have gone nowhere. You know, a good-looking woman can get a preacher run out of town. A good-looking woman can get a good preacher run out of town, 'cause she got some in her backyard that make a bulldog slap a hound. Like a schoolboy loves his pie. I'd like to have some pie. I love that woman like a schoolboy loves his pie. I'm gonna love that baby until the day I die. Got the St. Louis blues, just as blue as I can be. like a rock cast in the sea. Well, if she didn't, then she wouldn't have gone so far from me. Ashes to ashes, and dust to dust. Ashes to ashes, people, and dust to dust. If my blues don't get you, my jazzin' must.
The great David Best, ladies and gentlemen. Should we have him at the 39 Days of July this year? Yeah, Blues on Tuesday. I got a date for you. I'll tell you about it later. I really want to thank him for coming all the way up in Victoria to give you guys a treat tonight. I hope you enjoyed yourself. There's still a bit of food left if you want to grab it. If you don't, I will. And your brother was here for the last time he was here. Oh, yeah. Now you can tell him I know what you were talking about. Yeah. So I want to thank Eugene for all the great food that he made tonight, those little strawberry things and everything with the little tuxedos. That's pretty damn cool. Georgia and Lisa at Malakai's mom has house helped here quite a bit and make sure that everything's going well. She was helping out today. And I would like you to take home a brochure on your way home that gives you an idea of what's coming up here in the next little while. One more round of applause for this great man, David Best. He also has some CDs over here if you want one. You be careful now. Okay. And again, thank you very much for coming out. It's so cool to see you guys having a good time and singing along. I heard you all singing along. That was cool.
John, thanks for organizing tonight.
Okay, well, thank you. And remember, the 39 Days of July, you want to come out to as many shows as you can because, as I said, I was 60 when I started. I'm 75. We never know if this is the last one each year. So go to as many shows as you can. 31st of August, 1950. It'll be my 27th annual 50th birthday. Oh, you were 50? Yeah, it's the greatest. We lived the best life in the world. Everything we wanted, we had it. No, I was 1950. I was born in 1950. Yes, it did. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to play you some music recorded live at the showroom again. Thanks for coming out. I'll be at the door to say thank you. Oh, by the way, do be careful. It's coming down those stairs. But I also want you to be careful. There's a guy outside who was panhandling a little while earlier, telling everybody he was addicted to brake fluid. Yeah, brake fluid. But I had a chance to talk with him. Turns out he can stop whenever he wants, so don't worry.
I'm a wild, wild wind, and I'm howling higher, halfway skybound. Can you hear the voices sound? Showering starlight down. And all the people gather round to dance and pray, and they hold their hands up halfway skybound. And they hold their hands up halfway skybound. sky.